Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Chorus Arcade. In this session, I will be showing you a new project in Python. The topic is the password locker. Before starting this video, I would like to request you people to please like and share our videos and also subscribe to our channel Chorus Arcade and press the bell icon so that you receive notifications regarding our latest updates and at the same time you do not miss out on our future uploads. Thank you. So let's get started. This is a very interesting program regarding the password locker, but it is not a secure password locker. This password locker actually stores some accounts and their passwords, and then if we have to memorize many passwords, it is very impossible for us to do that. Therefore, what this password locker project does is it actually helps us to store a number of passwords into a program, and then whenever you want to access those passwords, you can run this file and you can access those passwords depending on the account, and then you can use them in any other email or any other software, etc. So let us start with this password locker project. I will tell you the steps in this. First step is to design and program the data structures. Now, first of all, we need to have a dictionary called passwords where you are saving the key values. The key values here will be like this: email, and this is maybe the password, blog, and this may be the password, and maybe this is some other information, luggage, where this is the password 12345. So in this way, you can tell the passwords variable what you want to save as the keys and the values. Here I have saved email and this password, blog and this password, and then luggage and this password. Now the next step is to handle the command line arguments. How to do it now? What I have done is I have used this sys module. Then if the user gives a value which is less than 2, then I will tell the user what actually is this program all about. Then I am printing the user's method of this program. I am saying you have to use this command, then only what you can do is you can copy account password into the clipboard and then you can access those things. So this is the actually command line: python pw.py, then the account name, and then it will reflect here. Python is the command and pw.py is the name of the file, and then the account is related to this email or blog or luggage, and then you can copy the account password. This is how the file can be used. Then if the argument is less than 2 characters, then I am saying sys.exit. That means if the user is not giving the correct value from this dictionary, then I am exiting the program. Otherwise, if the user is giving the correct email or the blog or the luggage, then I will provide the password to the clipboard. This is what the function of this program is. Now the third step will be to copy the right password. How to do that? We can do that using the hyperclip module. Now what here happens is it will check if the account is available in this passwords dictionary, then it will copy the password of the account and it will print the statement like this: password for account copied to clipboard. Otherwise, if the account is not available in the passwords dictionary, then it will print the else statement, which is there is no account plus account. Plus account means the account input given by the user. So now let me show you how to run this program. I will go to my PyCharm, and here I have this program already written for you. Here this is the passwords variable having the dictionary with the keys and values. This is email and this is the password. This is blog and this is the password, and this is luggage, some third key, and this is the password. Now I am importing the sys module here, and then I am checking if the length of the input provided by the user is less than 2 or 2 characters, then I will print the uses of this program, how to use it. I am saying use the code python pw.py, then give the account name, and then you can copy the account password. And then I am exiting the system because the input given was less than 2 characters. Now I am updating the account by telling that one command has already been given by the user. Then I am importing this paperclip and I'm checking if the account given by the user is available in passwords, then I am telling paperclip.copy. I'm using the paperclip.copy method and I'm copying the password to the clipboard. Then I am printing this statement. Print password for the given account, maybe email, blog or luggage has been copied to clipboard. Otherwise, if the account is not in passwords, then I am printing there is no account name, the account provided by the user. So here I have named this file as pw.py. Now I have to show you some more things what you have to do before you can run this program. Right now my pw.py file is there in this directory. I will show you. You can see here this is my directory where the pw.py file is saved, and I will also show you where I have my Python folder saved. It is this. So this is the address, and for the other one, my Python file which I just now made, it is saved here. You can see this is the address. So this two address you have to copy, and then you have to create a batch file where you need to do some typing of commands. What you have to do is, I'll show you. I've opened a notepad folder or a notepad file where you have to give three arguments. First one is you have to locate the directory where your Python executive file exists. So this is it. And the second one is you have to locate the address or provide the address where your Python file with the pw.py name exists. And then you have to give this command add pause. What this add pause does is it actually makes the command terminal wait for a while so that you can see what is actually happening. But if you don't give this add pause, what will happen is as soon as you run the program, it will directly terminate the command prompt. So you will not be able to see what is happening behind. So now after all this, what I have done is I'm going to my command prompt and then I will clear the screen for you. What I have to do is I have to go to this directory because here I have my project file. I will copy this and then I will go to my command prompt, and here I will show you. I will do push D so that I can push the directory to my directory. I will give Control V and I will not give this. I will press enter. So here you can see the directory has changed. Now I can use the command which I had in my Python file. Here I will show you what is the command. It is Python pw.py, then the account name. The account name may be email, blog or luggage. So I will copy this and then I will go to my command prompt and here I will type this or paste this. Then I will remove this account because it is invalid. Now I will give any other thing. I will say E and press enter. Now as you can see here, it is telling there is no account named E. Right now it is displaying this thing, because there is no account named E in this passwords dictionary. But if I change this, I will change this by again typing email and press enter. You can see now it is printing this statement. This one, password for email copied to clipboard, which is here. You can see it. Now if you want to see if it has really worked or not, I will show you by opening one new notepad file, and then this is the notepad file. Here I will just say Control V, which is the shortcut for pasting, and you can see this is actually the password related to the email account. I will go to my Python file. Here you can see this is actually the related password for the email account. I will right click on this, I will copy it, and then I will go to my notepad. Here I will again go below this and paste it so that you can find that both are exactly equal. So this is how this project is working. This is a very interesting project, the password locker, but this is not safe and secure. So you should not keep it accessible to everyone. You can but use it in a very different manner. When you have to do repetitive emails to someone, then you can use this program to save the time and also to remove the repetitive task and automate it with the help of this file. So this was the project. I hope you understood it. So this is all about this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you like the video, and if you like it, then tell us in the comment section below. If you have any doubts, then post them in the comment section. I will definitely try to clear those doubts. Also, like, share and subscribe to our channel Coders Arcade and press the bell icon so that you will get a notification when we post a new video. Thank you. Happy learning.